The Host is a 2006 monster movie written and directed by Bong Joon-ho, who also wrote and directed the more recent Okja. This will be the first in my Korean movie review series in which I will talk about my favorite Korean films. The Host is about a father and the family's quest to save his young daughter when she is kidnapped by a mutated fish monster, the result of human pollution. There's definitely a reoccurring theme in Joon-ho's movies about the damage humankind does to nature, and we see that in Snowpiercer in this movie and definitely Okja. The monster in this film is not your typical monster because while it does look really interesting, it's definitely not cool like Godzilla. It's designed to look like a mutation of a fish or amphibian to ground the monster in some kind of reality. We also have the government as the third party trying to rein in this monster's random attacks. The action between the monster and the humans is a lot of fun, but what really carries this movie is the unique and very real characters and the relationships they have with one another. The father, played by Song Kang-ho, runs a small snack bar and is a bit dim. You can see he's not super sharp just by his demeanor and the way he kind of bumbles around. We also have the grandfather, who's fairly normal, an alcoholic brother, and we have Bae Donna playing the sister, who was a national medalist archer, but that's kind of all she's really done with her life. So none of them really have that much going on for them. They seem poor and sometimes dysfunctional. But what ties them together is their love for each other and their quest to save Hyun-so, the little girl, when she goes missing. In a lot of monster movies and movies in general, love is used pretty often as a theme, but this film actually pulls it off because the family gets at each other's throat, because they argue so much and they each have so many problems. We are able to see them as real people. This makes the moments when they finally are able to organize and band together more impactful. Not only are they struggling to find this little girl who's one of the only positive things in their life, they are also struggling to find themselves and reaffirm the relationships they have with each other. This movie is engaging from beginning to end because even with all of this juicy family drama, there's actually non-stop action as well. From the very first scene, this family is on a relentless journey to get back their little girl, willing to do whatever it takes, and even if that means fighting the government. And those are some really entertaining and funny parts. Things become more and more desperate as time goes on, and we feel that clock ticking. The little girl is also awesome in her quest to stay alive, especially in the situation she's in. And the choices they make in her story adds another layer of drama to an already very, very thrilling film. And even deeper in this film is the whole subtext of how humankind is at fault for this monster, and that we need to be more mindful of how we treat our Mother Earth. I'm always impressed at how Bong is able to make these very fun films with the heart, with a greater environmental message as well, that is not overbearing in the slightest. I think this is because the characters are so well developed, which goes to show as long as you can get viewers to care about your characters, you have pretty much free reign to take your story in whatever direction you want and tell whatever message you want, and the audience will forgive you because they are entertained, because they are connected. I actually was able to watch this film in theaters in the States when it came out. It was one of the few Korean movies that got a US release near me. I remember how much fun it was, but also the emotional impact this film had on me. The special effects now look a tiny bit dated, but it's still very good VFX that works well for the story. If you're not familiar with Korean films, they tend to jump between genres, but they make it work. I think if you're a fan of monster movies, family dramas, or even comedy, you will find something to like about this film. I give this film a solid A. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video and want to see more stuff, and I'll see you guys next time.